Welcome into Clear Picture Financial. Your host is Jason Noble. This show is powered by Prime Capital Investment Advisors, where you can find Jason during the week. He is a fiduciary advisor, holds his FINRA Series 66 securities registration, certified financial planner and retirement income certified professional with 18 years in the financial arena, helping his clients get ready for their retirement. There's going to be an opportunity to get on the calendar at Prime Capital Investment Advisors, and you can meet with Jason Noble and his team. No cost, no obligation, no pressure, so stay tuned. That is coming up. So the Social Security cost of living adjustment for 2023, it came out this past week. The COLA, as it is known, for the next year marked the largest increase in over 4 decades at 8.7%. Not since 1981 has there been such a large Social Security adjustment. And what does this mean for retirees and pre-retirees alike? So let's hear first from the House Ways and Means Committee ranking member, Representative Kevin Brady, on the news of the COLA and inflation increases.
I think overall, this report is terrible news for both workers and seniors. Core inflation is at the highest on record. Food prices are just shockingly high. You're seeing housing prices high. And now healthcare costs are nearly 30% up over the past year. And it's clear high inflation, it's persistent. And right now, there's no end in sight. Inflation is going to be high for another year or two because of what's already baked into this economy, unfortunately. And the Inflation Reduction Act has done absolutely nothing, as you can see. So right now you're seeing an economy, obviously, that is contracting in a big way. Job growth is slowing as well. Inflation is pretty crushing for a lot of Americans.
Again, Representative Kevin Brady, he is, of course, House Ways and Means Committee ranking member with comments, obviously, what we're going through now. Now, having seen, Jason, this record high inflation rate the past month, inflation rates rose to 8.2%, all the way up to that number alone has certainly, it's troubled so many of us. And does it effectively cancel out the cost of living adjustment we just heard about for seniors receiving next year's Social Security cost of living increase at 8.7? So basically, is it a wash?
I hate these answers, but yes, but also no. Okay, yes, it cancels out the inflation from this year, and this has just been awful, impacting everyone and their wallets, from going to get gas to going to get food, utility bills being increased. However, this is short term. While this increase over the long term will be beneficial for those that are receiving Social Security, long term is relative. But looking at the next few years, we'll see those higher benefits come into play.
Tell you folks, I mean, everything that can impact your retirement, so important to have a plan, have a roadmap, talk about all the what-if scenarios. And certainly right now, inflation is a big, big concern. So this next question for you, Jason, are we beyond the R word? I mean, I can say it. It's recession. We don't want to repeat it 3 times like Beetlejuice, but recession, are we beyond it?
Recessions come and go. It's part of market investing. A typical recession lasts for 12 months with a negative decline of 33%. That's been over the last 100 years. So if we're looking at where we are today, and as we're having our conversation here, Morgan, the market's down around 24, 25%. I'm referring to the S&P 500. So to say that it can't go down any further, I think it would be kind of silly for anyone to say. However, we are seeing some light at the end of the tunnel right now. And what I'm going to share with you is some interesting information, right? Consumer sentiment is at an all-time low. All-time low. We were more optimistic about the economy as consumers during 2020, during the whole economic shutdown. Right. We were more optimistic about the economy in 2008 when Bear Stearns and Countrywide and all these other firms too big to fail failed than we are right now. We were more optimistic then than right now. Okay. However, if we take a look at this historically, in years following, the 12 months following, we see better than historical average returns on the market. Okay. So, when this is a time where you got to look at your own strategy, you got to look at your own financial plan, and it's either you got to stay resilient or even go more aggressive in a situation like this. It sounds counterintuitive, but this is what long-term investing really means, and buying into those dips. But you got to look at your personal finances. This is so important, as this is a very personal decision.
Jason Noble is our host. Clear Picture Financial, you're tuned to it. It's powered by Prime Capital Investment Advisors, where you can find Jason during the week. There's going to be an opportunity to get on his calendar. No cost, no obligation, simply no pressure. Talk about where you are in your retirement planning process. You have concerns about taxes, inflation, everything that's coming at you right now. Working with a fiduciary, working with a professional team to make sure you're in order, you're in line, you're ready to go for retirement. I mean, it is vital. Check out a great website, clearpicturefinancial.com. It's a great resource for you. Again, that's clearpicturefinancial.com. And we're coming up on an opportunity for you to get on the calendar with Jason and his team and talk to them about your retirement situation. Again, no cost, no obligation, and simply no pressure. We're here to help, and that's what we do each and every week here on Clear Picture Financial. So, bottom line base here, Jason, how can you help right now all of these people that are concerned with the current period that we're in? I know it's almost like don't panic, but really kind of sit down and make sure you have a game plan.
I think you said it best there, Morgan. It's about having that game plan. I think you panic when you don't have a plan. Right, and you got to correct me on the saying, but a fool with a plan will always beat a genius without one.
Right? Very good. I like that.
Okay, did I nail it? Did I stick the landing
Yes.
on that? Right. So with that, here I am, and Isaiah 32 verse 8, a noble man makes noble plans, and by noble deeds they stand. This is my mantra, and this is the thing that I work off of. So I put plans in place with all my clients about what if we see continued volatility for the rest of this year. What if we see higher than prior planned inflation rates? So I've raised the inflation rates. I dampened down the rate of return expectations. Because we go in these cycles. These cycles can last 5 to 7 years. Typically, we've seen this last cycle last 15 years, right? So we go into these cycles of growth. We have flat markets. We call the 2000 to 2010 the lost decade, right? So if we go into a period like that again, I just want to make sure we stress test the plans to put our clients in a better situation coming out of this so they can still reach their financial goals.
Well, there's a survey out. We talk about a lot of surveys because people are trying to get a pulse on just what the feeling is. BlackRock did this latest one, annual retirement survey, and it basically the retirement found that the first time in many, many years, the data is now showing there's a significant decline in confidence among those saving for retirement. I mean, that's our environment right now. People are scared.
Got to look again at like your specific situation, right? Okay, so if you're in your 40s or early 50s and you're having this decline, I know it's like you're putting money into your 401k and it's just being evaporated. It's like burning money in the backyard, right? I get it. Change your focus to how many shares you own of your different investments. You're getting more shares at a lower price point. That's going to allow you to rebound. As we do rebound, right now it just feels like it's going to last forever. That's the common question I'm getting more. How long is this going to last, Jason?
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? So I pull out that crystal ball and
I was going to say, let's look at it.
Right? Let's take a look. But here's the thing, right? If you're closer to retirement, then you got to be looking at how much risk are you really taking within your portfolio and your strategy and making sure that that's being adjusted as you get to the pre-retirement stage. So this is why people are reaching out to me. I got to tell you, the response from this radio show has been absolutely incredible. I'm humbled by that response. I'm appreciative by that response. But I'm having these awesome conversations with those that are reaching out and putting a plan together that's tailor-made to them. And you use this analogy, Morgan, about putting those puzzle pieces together.
Sure, yeah.
Here's the thing that I don't think I've ever shared with you, and I want to share it with you and the listeners today. I don't paint the picture. You are painting the picture. My clients are painting the picture, and it's my job to put those puzzle pieces together. So anytime you're doing a puzzle, I'm going to share you what my mom does. My mom loves doing puzzles. It's one of her favorite gifts. She does the corners first and the outside first. That's the baseline financial plan. That's the basics. But as we start getting towards the center, that gets a little bit more complicated.
Meaty.
But I need to have you paint me that picture.
Right.
And then I'm able to show you how those pieces go together. That's how we do this collaboratively.
I mean, you think about it, folks. I mean, you sit down. You've done well. I mean, look, you've worked your entire life. You've accumulated. You have all these pieces, but you really don't have a plan. And that's where Jason Noble and his team come in. And they sit down and they have this, very, it's a down-to-earth conversation about what you have, where you are, And then talk about where you want to be, and then you create that plan. That gets you. That's that roadmap, and kind of putting that puzzle together. So when you step back, I mean, that is your retirement. That's your ease of mind as you move towards your golden years. Listen, we are up against it, Jason. One of the really nice things about, talking retirement with you is, you walk the walk, you talk the talk, and you back it up, right? You have positions on your calendar for the upcoming week, and these are no cost, no obligation, and there is no pressure. This is an opportunity to test drive what's going on with your retirement and also with a fiduciary in Jason Noble and his team. So, Jason, what is going to happen for our 10? We have 10 positions on the calendar. We're going to open those up right now. They'll remain open through the entire show. But what's going to happen for these 10 callers?
Yeah, the next 10 callers, when you reach out, we'll have a specialist circle back with you because obviously I'm in the show right now. I can't answer the call, right? But we'll have a specialist circle back with you typically within 24 hours, okay? And they're going to schedule just a core values meeting. That core values meeting, I want you to get to know who I am, what we do, but it's more important, I want to know more about you. Once we have that conversation, we start the clear picture analysis. We send you out a profile. It takes you no more than 20 minutes to maybe 25 to complete. That comes back, and when we sit down for the next meeting, we're going to go through all the different facets of your financial plan, refreshing your financial plan, putting that peace of mind back into your financial plan. And this is complimentary for the next 10 callers, Morgan. How can they schedule these conversations?
I tell you, folks, here's the phone number. This is what you do. We also have a way that you can text in your request and grab one of those spots. But here's the phone number, 800-948-1216. Again, 800-948-1216, or you can text NOBLE to 600-700. That's NOBLE to 600-700. You will get that clear picture analysis. And I love the way it's described. It's a clear picture. It's in focus. You kind of know what you have. You also kind of talk about where you want to be and then steps to get you there. Look, we get it. It's a nervous time. People are very, very concerned. This is an opportunity to sit down with Jason Noble and his team at Prime Capital Investment Advisors, get your clear picture analysis, no cost, no obligation, and again, no pressure. Call this number, 800-948-1216. We have 10 positions. You can also text NOBLE to 600-700. The number, 800-948-1216, or text NOBLE to 600-700. We'll be back with more retirement talk right after this.